You're watching the Battered Fans Network.
Solana, the Herons are back. Welcome, everybody, to episode number 209 of the Battered Herons podcast. I am your host, Daniel Granada, and alongside me, as always, Mr. Daniel Solana. How are you doing, sir?
Feeling a lot better after the 85th minute there. The heart attack Herons.
My favorite player, Julian Gressel, coming through.
Dude, I'm saying. I mean, you're definitely gonna have to make a shirt for sure. You're definitely sorry, right?
Oh, right here, real quick. It's already in the works. I'm sorry, Gressel. It's happening. Next home game, I'm definitely rocking an I'm sorry, Gressel shirt to the stadium. I always said that he was better on as a right winger, right? And I don't know how he's gonna look when he goes back to the midfield. But for right now, fuck it. I'm sorry. He's balling.
He's playing good, man. That wasn't the only nice pass he had all night. He had a couple of in-swingers, that could have ended up in goals as well. So
he had a beautiful through pass to Campana that Campana just couldn't get under.
I definitely want to get into some Campana. I love that you're drinking the pink, Messi Mas Plus. Love it, bro. But
Chris is a hater.
I definitely want to get into some Campana talk later because I think he's been atrocious since Suarez has been gone. He's had a couple bright moments, but today was really bad. But we can get into that a little bit later. Tell me about your boy Gressel, baby.
Let's talk in general. And yes, we are the villains. Miami versus everybody. That's how we do it over here. Before I keep going, real quick, I don't want to forget. I forgot to do it yesterday. We celebrated our 2-year anniversary on Monday. So we're doing 20% off on the batteredfans.com website. Any shirt, any mug, anything that you find on there, 20% off with the promo code 2 years. It's going all week. And I mean, there's plenty of stuff to choose from. And I got the picture up here. Chris was rocking the Robert Taylor shirt today in Charlotte. That's why Chris is in here. For those of you that just joined us, Chris is in here because he is literally in Charlotte right now. He wore his Robert Taylor shirt. He said that he wore it before he knew he was starting. He said 2 goals minimum. He got 1. But, Robert Taylor, I like to see him out on the pitch, man.
That play was unreal, man. That cello to Crema to Jordy back through the middle. I mean, that's Tata tactics. That's what you expect out of Tata tactics. And that's what, when they get most of their goals, that's what you're seeing. Kind of like that through ball back to that penalty spot. So it was nice to see, Taylor, get running through and getting to that ball. And that Crema goal, oof. I mean, he's going to have a strawberry tomorrow morning on his left leg, but it is worth every inch of strawberry he's going to have on his left butt. No doubt he's going to have one.
For sure. All right. So let's get started here from the beginning. I guess we could talk in general terms. You said 6 games, 18 possible points. You wanted 12. I thought we'd good if we're 8 or 9. We get 8 or half of them. I thought it was good. You said 12. I said, well, 12 got some tough competition. And from what we had seen up until that point, that's going to be tough from what we've seen so far. But 4 games in, 12 possible points, 12 points received. This team, like if teams weren't scared of Inter Miami before because they thought that we were only Messi, they better be scared now, because if we can win without Messi and Suarez, I'm sorry. And this team could possibly add another piece in the summer, another center back possibly, and we have Ian Frey, which is showing out, and he didn't even play today. I'm sorry. It's time to be scared if you are hoping for the downfall of Inter Miami.
Absolutely. I mean, I can't agree with you more. In terms of the points, the only thing that I can say is, with the players that I saw that were coming back within this window, the Ian Freys, the Diego Gomez, Redondo, Inter Miami, and I felt Inter Miami had, and I said it on Battered Herons in Espanol, like they had the depth to withstand and hold off some of these big teams. And look, Tata has put in some weird lineups. He has put Busquets as a center back 2 games in a row now, because he played center back that second half, and I think that changed the game. That helped out a lot. Taking out Kristoff was huge. Kristoff was getting eaten up. He was. That forward was just that number 33, he's pretty good, man. He's pretty good. I don't know how to pronounce his last name. It's very hard. But it starts with an A.
Agi Bangnang or something. I remember.
Now,
Danny that previewed the game with us. He talked really highly about him.
But I do think the goal. I mean, I was listening on the Spanish side, and both Sammy and Valerie agreed with the referee, and they were saying that it wasn't a foul. To me,
I didn't think it was a foul either.
But I thought it was, and I'll tell you why. I feel like if he doesn't shove him at the end, I'm just saying, if he doesn't shove Toto at the end, he might get to that ball when he's kind of headering it, and that kind of shove, doesn't allow him to get to it. Now, Christoph has to foul him at that point. When Toto Aviles doesn't get to the ball, you got to do whatever you can to bring him down.
He ran right by him.
No, but you got to stick out your leg. You got to do something. But watching Christoph run forwards is almost like watching Chris run backwards. It's nuts. Absolutely nuts.
Well, let's go back to the beginning. Starting 11. We said we thought Ian Frey probably wouldn't play, and he didn't. Weigand was back. The turf, 3 ACLs, not a good combination. Ian Frey didn't play. No surprise. Even though he was on the bench, no surprise there. Were you surprised that Redondo didn't start? And were you surprised that Taylor got to start at left wing?
No, I wasn't surprised at either. And I think we talked about it as well. I said due to Redondo's knee injury, which I think was an MCL sprain or something, I thought that the turf would not be good news. Now, was I surprised that he wasn't even on the bench? Absolutely. I thought this could have definitely been a game that he was on the bench, that he could have came on in the second half. But I wasn't surprised that he didn't start. We expected the Frey not to start, and he didn't. And I think we even talked a little bit about Gomez filling in for Redondo and Taylor, stepping into that left wing role when we talked about it on Monday. So I just, I'm not surprised with that starting lineup. I was more surprised at how bad they played the first, 25, 30 minutes with that starting lineup rather than who actually started. For once I thought, oh shit, they're in trouble. Because Charlotte was knocking the first 30 minutes.
We thought that Busquets would start instead of Bright, but I didn't realize how bad Christoph would look back there against this young team, this fast team. Man, I keep forgetting how to pronounce the kid's name. Aguiman or something like that. Like it looks bad. Now, Charlotte started pressing early. They were pressing early. They were playing almost like a 3-man back line with Busquets back there because he had to go back and help out of that pressure. But they can't do it all game. And I felt like once they did that, we were getting the counters, and then they started playing back a little further, and it ended up playing to their advantage at that point. And when we started getting comfortable, that's when they got their first goal, like you said. They got it off of a throw-in. Why are our defenders playing so high up on a throw-in when we're defending?
I think, first of all, again, it was just a tussle between the two, and I think Christoph was completely out of position. He's got to be, right behind Aviles there, where if the ball does come through, he's in position to make a play. So Christoph's, inability to make plays because he's so slow really hurts the defense back there. And I think until Inter Miami signs another center back, or Frey can get into that center back position, I think you're going to have to see Boosie start back there, because the games have been changing when you have Boosie back there and Bright playing the 5.
Shout out to Peaches. Appreciate you. Great win. No flat earth conspiracies, please.
That's Kyrie Irving.
Peaches.
I got other conspiracies.
Yeah. Peaches was actually hanging out with us in the Spanish show on Monday, getting translated and joining in. We really appreciate Peaches for hanging out with us in the chat. That was really awesome. All right. Starting lineup. I like the starting lineup. I love Robert Taylor playing that left wing. I think that he should always start. I like Gomez, but I like Gomez better in the midfield. This is what I feel like the lineup should be when Messi and Suarez aren't playing. Instead of Kremaki, maybe Redondo. Even though I thought Kremaki was playing well, also Kremaki, the work rate on Kremaki is out of hand. But I wouldn't mind seeing Redondo, Gomez, and Busquets in the midfield when we have a center back that's not Christoph. Like you said, if Christoph's going to be starting, might as well keep Busquets back there and just have Bright play in the midfield. I think that might be our best option until Messi and Suarez show up.
Absolutely. And you can even maybe put Redondo to play at the 5. He played that position when he played with the U23s in the pre-Olympic tournament. And that's a position that he played at Argentinos Junior. So he could also slot in and play the 5 if Bright needs a breather or if they need to switch off. So the good thing is Tata has the players now to be able to make moves and come up with some unconventional lineups when it's needed. And he showed today that he's up to the task because he made the right subs at halftime and it completely changed the game.
Real quick, Mr. Krabs is asking, will we have a preview for the Cincinnati game? Now, because tomorrow is the 4th of July, I would usually say no, but because the Cincinnati game is such a big game, we actually are going to have a preview. But it's going to be an unconventional one because it's going to be really early in the morning. Tomorrow morning, 4th of July, Independence Day at 7 a.m., Cafecito with the Herons. We're going to have Justin Blair from Cincy Soccer Talk. I'm going to be joined with him. I think Solana's going to be on the road. Chris is going to be on a flight. So it'll be me and Justin Blair previewing the Cincinnati game.
I'll be here. You want me to join? I'm not getting on the road until 10 a.m. So you want me to
7?
get up and have a cafecito with Danny and
the Herons.
Some guy from Cincinnati? He's probably drinking some Starbucks, so he ain't drinking cafecito. Let's be honest. Or Dunkin' Donuts.
When you see him, he definitely looks like a Starbucks drinker for sure when you look at Justin. But shout out to Justin. Justin jumps on our chat all the time. We love Justin on here, and we love giving him a hard time. So he's a fun guy to talk to. So so we will have a preview. It will be at 7 a.m. So I know that the chat will be really light tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. All good. If you guys want to catch it, you can catch the replay after it's gone live. But yes, we will be on here at 7 a.m. Me, Justin Blair, and now Solana to preview the Cincinnati game. That's a big game. That's a 6-point swing because somebody, and I don't, the person, I forgot the name, somebody commented in the YouTube chat. They usually comment in the videos, but never on the live chat. So they're probably watching this afterwards. But thank you to them because they made a great point. I always say how much I don't care about the Supporter Shield. And in the comments, they made a great point. They said, if you get the Supporter Shield, you automatically qualify for the Champions Cup. And I was like, you know what? That's a good point because there's no guarantee that you win the MLS Cup. So maybe that is a reason to try to get the Supporter Shield. You get automatically qualified for the Champions Cup. And maybe that's a good reason to go for it.
The question is, are they in position to fight for the Supporter Shield? And that's what I'm saying. Now that they've picked up these 12 points in these last 4 games against the defending champion, against a Philadelphia team who fortunately was not playing well at home, Charlotte on the road who has been tough, and they showed that they're a tough team. So it's awesome. All right, Jason. No, we got somebody.
Shout out to
waking
Jason.
Up with us.
Jason's going to be some cafecito with the Herons tomorrow morning. So shout out to Jason.
I don't know who said in the chat. Somebody asked who wakes up at 7 a.m. People with kids, man. People with kids wake up at 7 a.m. My son's up at 6:45, 7 a.m. So
I usually hit the gym before 7 a.m. So when I get home, my kids are just waking up. So I am usually up way before 7 a.m. And I usually go to bed after midnight. So you could already tell that I'm not getting much sleep in my life. And real quick, Florida Man asked, where is Chris? Is he still playing the electric guitar? Wow, what timing. All right, so as I was reading that comment, we just had somebody pop in the backstage studio. Of course, I'm sure you guys can tell who I'm talking about. So let me bring him on here. Good timing, Florida Man. And here he is, Mr. KBD. How are you doing, sir?
I'm just doing the usual. I'm here waiting to meet players.
Waving?
Here waiting to meet players with my stuff. I was this close to getting my Robert Taylor shirt autographed, but there's this lady that takes her job way too fucking serious.
Oh, no.
Way too fucking, lady, I don't understand why you blocked me. I was legitimately seconds away. And that lady should lose her job, quite frankly, to be honest.
Hey, Chris, just real quick, before you get off today's episode, let me kick you out of the studio so that you don't end our show, please.
I joined as a guest.
Okay, so I'm saying, okay. But either way, let me kick you out because I don't want what happened yesterday to happen again.
I'm gonna see if I can show you the lady. Hold on.
Well, how was the stadium?
I'm still at the stadium, yeah. And and if I knew how to flip my camera, I would, so I could show you the lady that needs to be fired.
Hey, was there a lot of pink jerseys there? Or a lot of Messi jerseys in the crowd?
Yeah, there was a ton of Messi jerseys. Who? Oh, Redondo's back. I asked Redondo to go get Taylor, but he's like, okay, yeah, I'll go see if I can find him. And
Wow, what disrespect! You didn't ask Redondo for his autograph. You told him to go get Taylor.
I have a
You're
Taylor
a piece
shirt.
of shit.
Redondo's not going to autograph my Taylor shirt.
This guy's rumored to be going to Real
What am I
Madrid.
gonna ask
And you
Redondo
tell
to-
I know.
Hey,
Should I ask Redondo
Can't be Robert
to
Taylor.
autograph
His dad's
Taylor's,
a Hall of Famer.
forehead or his cheek?
oh no, definitely on the forehead. On the forehead.
Wow, you are a piece of crap.
No, I don't know. I don't know.
How
I don't know
dare
what
you?
Look, I also got the attention of the babysitter coach, but then he kind of looked at me and brushed me off. So he can fly a fucking kite for all I care. And yeah, basically we have Cole and Dos Santos, everybody's favorite goalkeeper. Bless you, Jose. Practicing. So
How was the environment in there?
oh, it was amazing. It was
yeah?
amazing. It was amazing.
How's the stadium?
I sent you a couple videos. They literally the whole crowd sung the
national anthem?
The national anthem. Like literally the singer sang for like 3-4 words and then the whole crowd just took over. I never seen something like that in my whole life.
No, and let me tell you something. Chris is like this close to becoming a Charlotte supporter because he sent me a video of the player introductions, and he's like, "Oh my god, this is amazing!
No, but
this is
that's
amazing!"
another thing. The player introductions, the announcer says the first name, the whole crowd says the last name. There's difficult names on there, Baba.
That's very European. That's very European.
We're in Charlotte, North Carolina. They're difficult names.
Yeah.
In Charlotte, North Carolina.
You got to roll some of those R's, yeah, for sure.
You got to roll a
right.
couple R's. You got to use a couple G's that don't sound like G's. Are you kidding me? Okay, and they're doing it here.
Yeah.
So, listen, that was awesome. The video introduction was awesome. The people were super nice. There were some kids next to me that said they wore a Charlotte jersey because they didn't want to get jumped, even though they're secretly Inter Miami fans. I mean, you know, it is what it is.
Nah,
but
Charlotte ain't that bad.
this is cool though. Like, there's still people out here waiting to get autographs and stuff.
Well, the best thing is that you walk out of there and you're already in downtown.
How'd you like the game, Jose? It was good? Yeah. You liked the game. That's what counts. And they had a fireworks show at the end. Like real true.
It's the 4th of July, though. It's
yeah,
the 4th of July.
but they're going to do it. They're going to do it for other games too.
No airports nearby? No airports nearby? No airports nearby.
No.
That's good.
Nah, come on. You know that once Messi got here, we started doing fireworks. I saw fireworks, or there's literally planes flying by. When Messi got here, they stopped caring about the airport.
Who's this?
All right, Chris. Well,
we'll
let you.
David Luiz taking selfies.
There you go.
All right, Chris. We'll let you get back to that.
But you got to
please stop.
All right, yeah.
Stop insulting Redondo,
explain,
please.
so I'll hit you up
Yeah,
in
stop
a
insulting Redondo. All right.
Peace.
All right.
Looks like
So,
he's having
there
a
you
good
go.
time there, man.
In-game
Hey, so-
reporting.
There's a lot of there's a little bit of hate that we haven't mentioned somebody's name yet, and in the chat there, Drake Callender. Hell of a game,
Yes.
hell of a game by Drake. I said he got snubbed. I think he deserves to be in the All-Star. I think he took the snub to heart, and he kind of showed up today. He's been looking a little bit better the last month, I think, and especially coming out. In terms of coming out of his line. So if he continues in that form, Inter Miami is going to be real tough to deal with going forward. He had a couple really big saves today. Both goalies did. Diego Gomez had a shot, and the other goalie saved it too. So
I mean, he got lucky that it was shot like right at his leg, but regardless, he had to react. The Drake one, that's 3 games in a row. 3 games in a row where we don't walk away with the win if he doesn't stop a one-on-one opportunity. And Drake needs to get his flowers. Now, when we were talking about All-Star games, I feel like for the All-Star game, it's the whole season up until now, and the first 2 months, Strick was just off, especially after Yedlin left. After Yedlin left, it just felt like he was just off. But over the last month, 100%. And if Lloris gets on there, then I agree. If Lloris gets on there, Drake should be considered also.
I will tell you this. I think that the major change has been that he started drinking mate and sharing the bombilla with Suarez and Messi. That's been the word, that he's been sharing mates with Suarez and Messi, and that's why his game is elevated. I don't know if that's true or not, but
yeah. All right. So I guess let's get back into the game. Let me see the game stats and facts here. So we started the game. Robert Taylor scored in the 30th minute, like we were talking about. That was a great build-up play. It was Gressel, was it, to Kremaki to Jordi, and Jordi to Robert Taylor. Robert Taylor filling in that space where Campana usually should be. I have to go back to see where he was, but that's what you would expect Campana to be. But he was there. He put in the back of the net, 1-0. At that point, I was feeling pretty good because I felt like we had, although they felt like they were dominating the first 20 minutes of the game, we grew into the game. We started holding more possession, and then we scored. I was like, you know what? This game might end up much better than I thought. So I was feeling pretty good after that first goal. How were you feeling after that first goal in the 30th minute?
I think it came at the right time. You're right that Inter Miami was just suffering the first 15, 20 minutes. They couldn't seem to figure it out. Carolina came out with like this super press, and Christoph he kind of looked like, kind of like a deer in headlights for the whole first 15, 20 minutes. So the goal came at a super great time because it kind of, gave Inter Miami a little bit more of the momentum back from Charlotte, who had it the first 15, 20 minutes. Something I'm looking at here, I didn't realize Charlotte only had 2 shots on target.
I don't feel like they were much of a threat offensively.
No, and it looked like they were, but it wasn't as dangerous. Like, it was a lot of back and forth in the first half. It was because Inter Miami was knocking too. The first half was wide open. It was back and forth. It was a really good game. If you're a fan, because I think a ball hit the post, a couple good saves, you got a couple goals. So the first half was in my opinion, great soccer for a viewer. If you're an Inter Miami fan, obviously you're worried, like we said, about the first 20. But I think you mentioned the team found their footing and they got comfortable in the game.
This is a good comment by Asker Rocket Scientist. On that first goal, he said Campana ran to the near post, which would explain why Robert Taylor had the opening inside the box, right? Well, that's why he moved the defenders to the near post, and that opened up Robert Taylor. Now, again, when it comes to strikers, there's a lot of nuances to the game. Your positioning matters, even if you don't score. If you're in position to score, you're doing a good job. If you're moving defenders away from other players and opening up space for other players, you're doing your job. But my issue with Campana has always been, you're the only DP on the field. I don't care if other players have TAM deal. You're the only DP. You got to show up. That's my only thing. And you don't have to be the best player, but you got to be like one of the best 4, 5, 6 players. Like if you're a DP, like I'm sorry, it sucks, but designated player, you are designated that responsibility. So as a backup, I think he's a good backup, but you're the DP on the pitch right now. You got to show up. That's just my thing with Campana.
You're right. You're right. He hasn't been showing up. He's not earning the contract that he signed and that he committed to doing with Inter Miami, and unfortunately,
I've said it all along. Alejandro, I'm with you. I've said it all along. He's an amazing player. I've said it all year.
I think Gressel. We said at the beginning of the season. In all seriousness, I think we did say he was going to be one of the most important signings. And when he started off, he did not start off very well. No. But again, the last month and a half, 2 months, he's found his. I don't know. He's gotten comfortable with the team. And he's playing better, man. He's finding his spots in games, and he's been an important player for Inter Miami.
Yeah. All right. Well, we took the lead in the 30th minute. In the 41st minute, Ajiman tied the game. Now, this guy, look, that play on a throw-in, I don't understand why they were playing so. Like, I guess that we were being aggressive, right? But Jesus Christ, Christoph is playing above the midway line, and then although technically it could have been a foul, I didn't think it was going to get called a foul. You can't take away a goal on a little push off like that. At least I don't think so. If I was a Charlotte fan and that would have gotten taken away, I would have been pretty fucking pissed. So I wasn't expecting it to get taken away. And then I was just frustrated when I saw Christoph run right by him. Like, foul him, spear him, do something. Like, but he just went right by him. And I mean, I forgot who that was closing in on his right side. A step more, and maybe he gets his foot on the ball. I can't remember who it was. Good hustle by whoever that was.
Drake got it. Drake got a tip, a tip on the ball, too.
He got his hand on it.
He did. He got a tip on the ball, and that's kind of what made it look like a much better shot than what it was. That's why it went side netted, not because number 33. I don't want to say his name. I don't want to screw it up, man. But
Ajiman.
So that's why Ajiman's goal looked like a golazo. I mean, it was it was a good shot, but it wasn't a great shot. And Drake just made it look better than what it was. So,
and then Peter is saying Aviles was tugging his arm, no foul, right call. They were jockeying for position.
They were.
So I didn't think it should be a foul either. Real quick with the Ajimang thing, when I started looking into Charlotte last week, I saw that last name, saw that he's their most dangerous player. I was like, I wonder where he's from. He's from Connecticut.
Really?
With that last name, he's from Connecticut. He's American. Yeah,
born and raised, and
born and raised Connecticut.
And he hasn't gotten a shot at the national team. The national team who doesn't score goals in the Copa America.
Well, much like the conversation that you and I always have, to pay to play, he wasn't discovered because he didn't play in those academies where you have to pay a lot of money. He kind of went up through the ranks of schools, high schools, playing college ball and stuff like that. So it took him a while to finally make it. Because, like I said, here in the States, that pay-to-play stuff, there's a lot of players like this guy, Ajimang, that unfortunately aren't discovered. So, but figured I'd throw in that tidbit since you and I were talking about that just the other day.
That's interesting.
So, going into halftime, what were your thoughts?
I mean, going into halftime, it was 1-1, not a great first 20 minutes, a better second 25 minutes. Honestly, the only thing on my mind was, shit, Danny's going to get the score right. That's the only thing I was thinking. Because I had predicted a win. You had predicted the tie. I think you even predicted a 1-1 tie. So the only thing on my mind going into halftime was like, I was making some tortellini for dinner. And I was like, shit, bro. Danny's going to get the score right. And he's going to be able to talk some shit. But that, that's all I could think of.
I wouldn't have talked shit. I was hoping for a win. And somebody just asked, where is Patrick Ajimang's parents from? They're from. They're Ghanaian, from Ghana, I guess.
From Ghana.
So his parents are from Ghana. So there. That's why.
Better watch out. Ghana doesn't recruit him.
I mean, if he has a dual citizenship, his parents are, so he could get that citizenship easy.
Absolutely.
All right, so halftime. Second half starts. Christoph comes off. Bright comes on. He takes over Busquets' CDM spot. Busquets fills in as center back, and the game kind of changes at that point. All of a sudden, we're looking better formed. Bright, when defensively, we're a different team when Bright's out there. He can man mark like he did against Mukhtar. He was keeping his eyes on Ajiman. I feel like this team plays a lot better with Bright as a CDM and Busquets behind them. Were you surprised at the halftime substitution? Because, our boy Tata gets killed for no substitutions, no tactics, no anything. Everybody just wants to kill Tata for everything he does. I mean, is he going to start getting some credit now? Because I feel like he should get some credit for this.
I'm gonna give him half credit. And I'll tell you why. I don't think he took Christoph out because he was playing terrible.
Okay.
I think he took Christoph out because he got the yellow card and he didn't want him to get a red card. So, kudos to Tata for seeing that and avoiding a worse, thing happening by him getting a red card and going down a man. So kudos to him for doing that. Again, I don't think he made the shift because he saw the team was playing bad. Had Christoph not had a yellow card, I don't think he would have taken him out. And that's my personal opinion. Again, who knows what Tata's thinking in his mind. But I'm very, again, to echo what you said, I agree. This team does play very, very well when Yannick is playing that CDM role. He plays it very, very well. He looks like a complete veteran out there. Looks like he's been in this system for years. And it just gives me a little bit more tranquility knowing that he's out there with Busquets, and Busquets is kind of anchoring that back line and doing what he does.
Joey saying, I have to apologize to Gressel. He stepped a big time without Messi and Suarez, but I'm not buying it until I see this when Messi and Suarez are playing. Maybe the pressure gets to him. Well, this is what I've been kind of saying for the last couple months. I've thought, and I've said it before Messi and Suarez left, that the few times that I've thought Gressel has looked good this season was when he was playing up at right wing, the games that Messi wasn't playing. And that's what he's doing right now. When they come back, I'm with you, Joey. I don't know if he's going to look the same because he doesn't have that right side to kind of work in, like be an aggressive attacker, get those crosses in, because that's being occupied by the greatest of all time. So I don't know how he's going to look, but for the time being, I mean, I think he's playing great. So hopefully we figure out how to utilize him once Messi and Suarez come back. In the 67th minute, Tomas Avila's got a yellow card. I don't know if you remember the yellow card. I thought it was a BS yellow card because it felt like, and I keep having to say this guy's name and I keep forgetting, Ajiman. Ajiman had his arms wrapped around his waist and brought him down. I thought that was a BS yellow card, especially with Tomas Aviles that needs no help to get yellow cards. So getting a yellow card that he didn't deserve really sucks because he's going to get another 4 quick.
Absolutely. I mean, he's due a yellow card almost every single game. I don't know what the actual number is, but I'm sure we can probably calculate it, and it's probably 1 a game. If not maybe 1.1 because he's gotten maybe 2 and gotten a red. I don't remember, but it was a stupid foul. It was given, he got a yellow because he cut the play in the middle of the field. That's the only reason why he got the yellow. But I don't even think the foul was on him. I thought the foul was on Ajiman. And so did Aviles. And he actually went up to the referee, who, by the way, for those of you a little bit more facts, but by the way, the referee is a Kendall native. Used to ref out in the fields at Kendall Soccer Park. He's absolutely awful. He was terrible tonight. He was terrible. I know, I've had him referee me. He's absolutely terrible. Should not be in the MLS. But anyways, that sounds
like personal bias there. I don't know.
100% personal bias. He's definitely kicked me out of a few games. But in all honesty, I don't think that was a foul on him. I thought it was the other way. I don't understand why he called it.
Me either. And again, Tomas Aviles does not need any help getting yellow cards. And he was just given one for no reason. Solana, they want to know. They're saying Uruguay better beat Brazil. That game is on Saturday. So,
you know what sucks about that? Not to get into that talk, but Colombia plays Panama at 6, right? At 6, and Uruguay plays Brazil at 9. Mm-hmm. So if Colombia, or when Colombia beats Panama, not if, when, let's be real. When Colombia beats Panama, the Colombians are going to buy all the tickets in Bank of America Stadium at 8:00, and then I'm going to
outnumber you anyway.
Buy some ticket. No, it's not about that. I just don't want to spend $600 on a ticket when they're going for like $150, $200 now. But I also don't want to buy them right now, and then
and then Brazil,
God forbid, Brazil wins. Now, if it's Brazil Colombia, could I probably sell them? Absolutely. So who knows? I might have to buy it. But man, that sucks, man. I was really hoping that we would get the game before you guys, so I could get dibs on tickets.
If it wasn't on July 10th, my mother's birthday. If it wasn't on my mom's birthday, I'd make it out to that game. Because if Colombia is there, oh man, I would love to be. Especially since there's so many Colombians in Charlotte, that stadium's gonna be rocking. Shout out to Leo, Charlie.
I'll be there.
220 watching. Like and subscribe. Please like and subscribe. 220 you guys in here. As Chris says, it takes nothing. Just move your finger out of your butt and just press the like button. Yes, he said something like that. So
that's right.
All right. So Tomas Avila's got a yellow card that he didn't deserve, and Diego Gomez just got a stupid yellow card. He just randomly stood in front of the ball when somebody was taking a free kick. Like, what was the point of that? Like, I'm surprised that Jordi Alba Busquets didn't give him an earful. Like, that's stupid. Like, why would you give yourself a yellow card for no reason?
Well, technically, the player's supposed to ask for 10 yards.
They are. Why was he even that close?
I don't know. Again, I'm agreeing with you. Stupid yellow, but
Yeah.
technically the player's supposed to ask for 10 yards. The referee will then blow the whistle, give the 10 yards. If the player tries to, play fast, it's okay for the defender to do that. So I really don't understand what the hell happened in that whole situation. But stupid foul, especially in that position of the game, right? I mean, stupid yellow, especially in that position of the game, knowing
Because
that
then he
I
has
think
to
that was
stop
his
playing
fifth.
aggressive. Was it?
Well, I think that was. I think so. Somebody mentioned that he might not play. Yeah, right there. David Reichart says Gomez and Alba both out Saturday with yellow card suspensions. So, taking
Alba
that into
also?
account, well, and that's okay because you got Franco Negri, who's nicely rested, and I saw him at the Columbus
Cincinnati,
game.
though.
He was itching to get in. I don't care, man. I still think Negri will play well. Now the Gomez. That does scare me because having Lucho Acosta on the other side, I would love to have somebody like Gomez in the middle, somebody who, is running 120 minutes and putting 120%. That's where it worries me.
I'm going to get into it tomorrow morning for the Cincy preview, but Bright has to start and he has to shadow Lucho. He has to. Acosta, he has to go everywhere Acosta is. And I would assume that that's how it's going to go. But whatever, we'll talk about that tomorrow. Well, yeah, so they got those stupid yellows. And then we keep playing in the 86th minute. We got Kremaki. Got that beautiful low cross in from Julian Gressel, my favorite player. And that's it. When they scored that goal, I thought to myself, this team's going to win the championship this year. Like, if this team can keep winning these games in this manner without Messi and Suarez, like, there's no reason that we shouldn't be favorites to win it all.
I cannot agree with you more on that comment. I mean, the fact that these guys have done what they've done over the last, 5 weeks, really, really shows that when you add the GOAT and his best friend and the other Paraguayan that's coming back, and we have a summer transfer window. Coming up. It's gonna get interesting, man. It's gonna get real interesting.
Oh, look, we were just joined by Mr. Chris Duran again. What's going on, Chris?
Listen,
Kick you out?
They kicked me out. The lady's like, it's either you guys leave with me or you leave with the cops. And I'm like, okay, lady, you made my decision pretty easy. Okay. So I was coming back on. Go on my Twitter real quick, Danny. And I literally just ran into someone that was wearing a Benjamin Kremaki shirt.
I know that.
So I just wanted to get on. And
look at that.
It was
rocking the bank creme.
Yeah, rocking the bank creme. I took a pic with the young lady and my son, and they were Charlotte fans too. It's like a whole family, but her and one other person were wearing Inter Miami gear.
Hey.
But I had to come on and show you that. That was super dope because I mean
supporting the battered fans. There you go.
She looked at me and she's like, "Oh my god!" They're like, "Oh my god, you get the same shirt." So.
Damn, she didn't ask you to sign. She didn't ask you to sign over Ben Krem's face.
Well, I mean, maybe she should have gotten Redondo to sign on Ben Krem's face, and then Wagon to sign on Ben Krem's butt. I don't know.
Oh man, that's pretty cool.
Super cool experience, man. It was really, really nice.
Yeah,
I mean, I don't know what you guys are talking about now, but that's.
Oh, I was just talking about my favorite. I was talking about my favorite player, Julian Gressel.
Yeah, no, I mean he had he had an assist. He had 2 assists, no?
One assist.
No, 1 assist.
1 assist? Okay, it was 1 assist.
I mean, he should be credited with that first one though, because that change of play from one side of the pitch to the other started that thing.
Yeah, man. Yeah. I was super happy, man. Well, I'm gonna get walking, so
all right.
Thank you for filling in for me again, Solano. You're the fucking best. Danny.
Anytime, bro.
Eat a fucking dick. And go fucking Inter Miami, right? Fuck.
All right, bitch.
All right, later, bitches.
All right, peace.
Later.
All right. So let's see, where were we? Oh yeah, so that goal at that point, man, I'm thinking if this team can keep winning this way, like absolutely no reason why we shouldn't be favored to win. Like at this point, like I am 100% sure that when we talk to Justin tomorrow from Cincinnati, he's gonna say that he thought that this would be the point where Cincinnati takes over because we have to lose 2 or 3 or 4 of these games. We haven't lost yet. Like it's to me it's unbelievable because the way we looked without them before this is completely different than when we look now.
Yeah, but this team has had time to gel and a lot of practice time without Messi and Suarez, and they understand how they play. Not only that, but you're taking out 2 players who, mind you, 24 goals combined, a lot of assists combined, a lot of goal opportunities created between those 2, but you're replacing them with young, hungry guys that they want to prove that they're ready to be at this level. So I'm not, again, I had an expectation. I said, obviously, the perfect scenario was 18 out of 18, but 12 out of 18 is 100% attainable. And at this point, I would not be surprised if we end up with 16 out of 18.
Without Alba, we have no offense in the current team. So you know what? That's true. We do build up a lot up that left side with Jordi Alba. Negri is, for those of you that haven't gotten to watch too much of Negri when he was starting for us last year, he does help out a lot in the attack. Obviously not to the level of Jordi Alba, but he's a serviceable backup. I don't know. We are losing definitely without Jordi Alba there. Let's see. You guys should add a note option at the checkout so we can ask for signatures. Yeah, that's about. I'll let Chris will love that. Chris will sign everything. But yeah, and then the last, I guess, big thing to talk about this game is that stupid red card that Ajiman got. Like, what the hell was that? Like, literally stomping on Bright's foot. And he didn't even argue it.
MLS.
It's not MLS. It's not MLS.
Honestly, I don't know, man. It's who knows? He was probably frustrated. Remember, he had a lot of opportunities to score. I think he hit the post once or twice. He got a goal. Yeah. His team fought hard the entire game. They're about to beat or tie the first place team in the league, and Ben Krem scores that goal. It was 100% out of frustration. But why Bright? Like, what did he ever do? Like, do it to I don't want him to do it to anybody, but like, if you're gonna do something stupid like that, like, do it to somebody who really, really matters. Like, do it to Busquets or Alba or somebody that he's gonna be like a famous meme for it. You know what I mean? But he picked Bright. Like, bad choice, bro. Bad choice.
Yeah, no, and now he's missing next game over the literally the last play of the game. It was I was surprised that he would lose his head that way. But overall, I thought good game. We usually ask this question. So who do you think was the best performer and worst performer of the starting 11?
I think the best performer to me has to go to Drake Callender, only because if he doesn't make those 3 or 4 key saves, especially the 1v1, you don't get the 3 points. But there's a number of players that could that could probably take that down. And I think you and I will agree. We might have a different best, but we're definitely going to agree on the worst. My worst is the Ukrainian. And I know Don Cafecito hasn't shown up in the chat, but
he would give it to you for your hate for Ukrainians for sure.
That's my favorite guy right there. So he was the worst.
I agree with you. I think Christoph had a rough goal. That goal was on him, even though Aviles got muscled off the ball. You could question if it was a foul. I think Christoph was the man that had to get that stop. He had to make that technical foul. Take that yellow. He already had a yellow. Take that fucking red. Do something. Maybe that's why he didn't go for it, because he already had the yellow.
Maybe.
But
that could be it.
Regardless, he ran right by him and gave up that goal. Yeah, so I agree. I saw a couple people in the chat put Campana. He definitely wasn't the best out there. I don't know if he was the worst, but definitely not the best. I'd say if I was ranking 1 through 11, I'd say he ranks on the bottom, 9, 10, 11 maybe. But yeah. All right. Well, that was the game. We are 14-5-3. We are 22 games into the season. We are still holding the lead for the Supporter Shield with Cincinnati right behind us. But we have the big game coming up on Saturday, 6-point swing basically. And if we win that game, one, Inter Miami's blowing my mind. And two, we build plenty of room between us and Cincinnati at that point. So I'm feeling pretty good. How are you feeling after the end of the game?
I mean, anytime you get the 3 points away from home, you got to be happy, right? There's a few days now that they have the rest. I think the team is flying directly to Cincinnati. So, hopefully they get the rest. And like you said, big game in Cincinnati on Saturday, 7:30 p.m.
That's it. Do you have any final words? I think that's about it. I don't think we have too much else to cover. Oh, wait, give me a second. Hold on. There were a couple things that Chris wanted me to bring up. So let me make sure I don't screw him over. And okay, so we'll end it with these few things, okay, that Chris wanted me to bring up. First, because he purchased the tickets to Ticketmaster, he got the emails from Charlotte to his email. The first one was, he highlighted, as you can see, that they let you know what kit Carolina's going to wear. So he likes that. I don't think it's that big a deal. We're going to wear pink always. So I don't think it's that big a deal. But he wanted to make sure that he brought that up because he wants Inter Miami to let us know that they're wearing pink on the pitch during game days. All right, that's fine. And then in the email, it also included all the details. We get this also as Inter Miami fans. But they gave right here these options. And as you can see, the third one says supporters chants. And this is what he really liked. The supporter chants, if you click on that, it literally has all of the chants from the supporters groups. So
that's actually really cool.
Exactly, yeah. So this one I agree with. So when you get that email from Charlotte, they give you this option. You scroll down, you click on supporter chants, and you get to sing along to all the chants and learn them. So maybe Inter Miami should incorporate something like that because I think that would be a good idea. Because I think there would be a lot more crowd involvement if they knew the songs.
100%. Do they give and Joker brings up a good question. Do they give the season ticket holders a gift, something more than a keychain? I'm curious.
From now on, Joe, thank you for that. I'm gonna try to remember from now on, whenever we have a guest on, I'm gonna ask what their season ticket members get because that's a great question. I would actually like to know. I don't know if he said it in jest or not, but I would like to know. I think that would be really cool because I don't, and correct me if I'm wrong, I'm a season ticket holder. I don't remember getting anything this year, not even a keychain. I've gotten nothing for being a season ticket holder. Everybody that showed up to the stadium that they got a keychain. As a season ticket holder, I don't think I've gotten anything but an increase in price. I think that's all I've received.
You get the opportunity to watch, Messi, Luis Suarez,
Sergio Busquets, I paid double for that. I'm asking for other stuff.
That's nice, bro.
It is, but give me
and
some.
You got some nice seats to watch them too. You get to watch some nice goals from that angle.
Yeah, no, I've definitely gotten to see them up close. That's for sure. All right. So don't forget, I doubt that many people will join, but just so you know, tomorrow morning we will be previewing the Cincinnati show, 7 a.m. Cafecito with the Herons with Justin Blair from Cincinnati Soccer Talk. So we'll be on tomorrow at 7 a.m. to preview the Cincinnati game. And that should be a fun episode because I'm kind of curious to see what he says about Cincinnati because literally the second best team in the league right behind us. So it's going to be a good conversation. Solana, any final words?
Nope. I'm excited for Cafecito with the Herons or Mate in the morning, whatever you want to call it. I'm excited because I actually have a couple questions for this young man from Cincinnati. I got a Miles Robinson question that I'm curious to ask, so we'll see.
Well, no, yes, I wanted to ask the same question for sure. And shout out to One World One Goal, Viva Colombia, and Vamos Uruguay for sure. Eliminate those actors, Brazilians. Like, dude, the acting that goes on the pitch when those people are playing. Like, I'm a Real Madrid fan, but I get why people dislike Vinny because, man, he is annoying. He'll fall on the ground, he'll roll twice, sit up, put his hand up asking for a card, and then roll again. It's like, come on, my guy, relax.
The good thing is he will most likely be
he's not playing
slots. That's what I was going to say. He's most likely going to be playing slots at one of the nice casinos, maybe at the Wynn or the Venetian, at the Cosmo. So Thankfully, he will not be on the field on Saturday, and I hope he loses a lot of money in Vegas.
And Vice City Lucas, I didn't know are you Brazilian, Vice City Lucas?
He is.
Oh, okay. Well, I hate the actors that are on your team. I'll tell you that. All right. Well, I think that's it. So we'll be back tomorrow, 7 a.m. If you guys can't join us live, hopefully you guys catch the episode later on in the day. Appreciate you guys. And Vice City Lucas, I love you, but I hate your players. If you are listening on audio, we appreciate you listening all the way to the end. Please leave us 5 stars, comment, review, all that other good stuff. If you are watching on YouTube, thank you for watching all the way to the end. Please like, subscribe, share, tell your friends. And as always, if you guys are joining us in the chat, we appreciate you hanging out with us. You guys are the best part of the show. If you can, before you get off, please leave us a like. That helps our show out a lot. So we appreciate you for that. And we'll be back in a few hours. So until the next one, have a good one.